Jan, you just might want to mute your microphone.
Okey doke.
I can't see you either.
Okay, I didn't want you to see me,
Okay.
but that's okay. I will just a sec.
All right. So we're just coming into our breathing, into our practice. So just finding a comfortable seat, aligning your shoulders up over your hips, long spine, belly button in towards your spine. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze them together behind your back, release them down, hands relax down on your lap. And just begin to notice your breathing. Beginning to inhale and exhaling through your nose, if that's available. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Breathing three-dimensionally, top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Using those lungs as they were meant to be used. Just begin to focus your mind on your breathing. Perhaps inhaling for a count of 9, filling the belly, the low chest, and the upper chest. Pausing for a count of 3. And then taking that same count of 9 to complete the exhale. And a discernible pause before you begin to inhale again. If the mind begins to drift, just gently guide it back to your breath, back to your place on your mat, taking this time just for you. Releasing the breathing and just letting your chin drape down towards your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together behind the back and pull the shoulders down away from the ears, feeling the length in the spine. And then just making some circles with your head in one direction. Keeping track of how many you make. The next time the chin comes down towards the chest, making circles in the opposite direction, moving slowly, pausing when it feels as though something needs your attention. You need to spend a moment there. And the next, when you're finished, head down towards the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together again, pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale to head up to center, let the eyes float open. And then we're going to inhale both arms up. I'm going to turn around so we're all going the same way. Root down through the left sitting bone, left leg. Send your right fingertips to the floor. Walk them away. Bend the right elbow. Reach to the right with the left hand. Root down through your left knee and left sitting bone. Feel the length in the left side of the body. And then inhaling, coming up. Take the left fingertips to the floor, walk them away, root down through the right knee, right sitting bone, bend the left elbow, send both arms to the left. And then inhaling, both arms up. Press the palms together, pull the hands down towards the heart. Breathing here. And then inhale, both arms up. Plug the shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Reach up through the fingers, reach the head up towards the ceiling, and twist to your right. Left hand outside the right knee, right arm behind you. Look out over your right shoulder. Each inhale, feel the spine lengthen as you fill the belly, low chest, and upper chest. Each exhale, pull that belly in as you try to twist a little more deeply. And then inhaling back to center, twist in the opposite direction, right hand outside the left knee. Inhaling, lengthening, exhale, twisting. Inhaling back to center, press the palms together, pull your hands down towards the heart. My morning wouldn't be complete without some Sufi Grind, so inhaling, coming forward, acting as though you're a KitchenAid mixer, scraping the front off the bowl, exhaling and rounding as you push back, keeping track of how many revolutions in this direction, remembering to breathe. So it's a form of cat and cow. So just notice what your body's doing. Next time you come forward, reverse your revolutions, opposite direction. Inhaling, coming forward, exhaling back. When you finished, coming back to center, sitting tall, notice how you feel. Bring the shoulders way up towards the ears on the inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, release them down. Inhale, shoulders up. Squeeze them together behind your back, release them down. Inhale those shoulders up. Squeeze them together behind your back, release them down. Just notice how the shoulders feel. And eventually moving into a tabletop position for cat and cow. If your knees bother you, you can either put a little roll in your mat or a blanket under the knees. Then you want your joints stacked. Knees directly under the hips, wrist creases under the shoulders. And then just press the mat away with your hands. Really press, press, press. And feel the shoulder blades spread wide across the back. Pull your belly button in. Just feeling that expanse. And then just pretend that I'm going to come and sit on you. And notice how you automatically firm up that low back. Pull that belly button into the spine. Just breathing here for a moment. And then inhaling, lifting the tail, lifting the head for cow. long front side of the body. Exhaling, belly button to spine, chin to chest, ribs and hip points close together, short front side of the body. Inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. So moving with your own breath. And then dropping the feet, bringing your big toes together, pressing your seat back towards your heels for child's pose. Coming onto the fingertips and pressing your seat back towards the heels. Lower your forehead either to the mat or bring the mat to you by placing a blanket, a block, a book, whatever, under your head. And then coming up on those right fingertips, thread the left arm under the right. Come down on your forehead. Lower your right palm onto the mat. So your forehead's on the mat. Try to pull your left shoulder down away from your chin. And then press into your right palm and attempt to roll that bicep or roll that eye of the elbow up towards the ceiling. So feel a stretch in the right posterior shoulder. The harder you press and the more you rotate that bicep, the more you'll feel. Keep pressing, a couple more breaths here. Then inhale, come up, unthread that left arm, reach that left arm up in front, press back towards your child's pose, come up onto the left fingertips, thread the right arm under the left, come down on the forehead, flatten out that left palm, pull that right shoulder down away from the chin, and then press as hard as you can into that left palm as you rotate that bicep and eye of the elbow up towards the ceiling. When you feel as though you've been here as long as you were on the other side, unthread that right arm, bring that right arm out in front of the right shoulder, coming back into your child's pose, taking a moment here, and then coming back into your tabletop. Walk your right foot back, left foot back, shift the weight forward slightly onto the palms, coming into your plank position. And again, pretend I'm in class and I'm going to come over and sit on you, and automatically you firm up that belly, press into the index fingers and the thumbs and press the mat away with the hands and feel those shoulder blades move away from the spine. I'm shaking, you could probably tell from my voice. Hopefully you are too. And then we're going to drop our knees, lower down onto our belly and chest. Look to the right. Extend your right arm so that your arm is perpendicular to your body and that your right wrist is at the same level as your right shoulder. And then press into the mat with the left hand. Roll over onto the right hip. Reach out through both heels. So really lengthen the legs, reaching through both heels, and maybe place your left foot behind your right knee so that the left knee is pointed up towards the ceiling. Look down at your right toes. Keep reaching away with that right heel. And feel the opening in the anterior part of the right shoulder. Release the left leg down to meet the right. Slowly rolling back onto the belly. Dragging your right hand under the right shoulder. Looking to your left, extending that left arm so that the wrist and hand are at shoulder height. Pressing into the mat with the right hand. Rolling onto that left hip. Look down at your toes. Reach out through both heels. And if you can, place your right foot behind the left knee with that right knee up towards the ceiling. Keep reaching out through that left heel. Breathing, opening that left shoulder. Lowering the right leg to meet the left. Slowly rolling back over onto the belly and dragging that left hand under. Hands are under your shoulders. Press your legs together. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Press your hips into the mat. And think about lengthening from the sacrum to the top of the head, that whole spine. And then inhale, come up into a little itty bitty cobra. Hover the hands above the mat. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe here and then maybe lower the hands, squeeze the elbows towards the side body and begin to straighten the arms, coming into a bigger cobra. Move the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe here. Lowering down. And then pressing the hips up and back for child's pose. The counter pose for those cobra back bends. Breathing here. Reaching the hands way out in front, tucking your toes, keeping your knees bent as you lift your hips up towards the sky, pedaling out your down dog. So in down dog, press into your index finger and thumb as you rotate those biceps or eyes of the elbows towards the front of your mat and feel the shoulders move out away from the spine. And then think about lifting those sitting bones up towards the sky. And then looking between your thumbs, tiptoeing your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Keep a bend in your knees, belly and chest on your thighs. Hands can come to your wrists, to your ankles, to the mat, whatever you can do. And then shake your head no, shake your head yes. Just let your head be heavy, neck long. You're in Uttanasana, forward fold. Plant the hands on your shins, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, come up into a nice flat back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, gaze down at your mat. And then lift all 10 toes, spread them apart, set them down. And then slightly unweight your heels to see if you can feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Fold back down into your legs, press into your feet, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Hands together, hands to heart center, pausing in your Uttanasana, your mountain pose, releasing your hands down to the sides. Taking a breath here, and then inhale, look up and reach way up. Bend your knees, begin that swan dive, belly, ribs, chest on the thighs, release the hands, release the head. Inhale, come up for a nice flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back to plank. Breathing here, dropping your knees, lowering your chest down to the mat, flattening out your feet, inhaling to cobra, lowering down on the exhale to flat on the mat, and then press your hips up and back for down dog. Breathe here. Next exhale, begin to walk your feet to your hands, fold into your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, hands together, hands to your heart. We're gonna move things along. Inhale, look up and reach way up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, fold, step back to plank. Drop your knees, little itty bitty push up. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling, pressing the hips up and back, down dog. Taking a couple of breaths. Next exhale, look between your thumbs, tiptoe your feet to your hands, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to standing, hands together, hands to heart center. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step or hop back to plank. You can drop your knees and lower down or lower down all the way to the floor. Inhale to cobra or up dog. So up dog, hands and tops of the feet are the only thing on the mat. And then exhale to down dog. Breathing here. Looking between your thumbs, and the next exhale, walk your feet to your hands, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise to standing, hands together, hands to heart center. Heel toe your feet together. Sit down in your chair, brush the floor with your fingertips. Come up into your chair pose. Look down. Can you see your tootsies? If not, shift your hips back. Pull your belly button into your spine. Gaze up between your hands. Plug your shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Exhale, fold here. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, fold. Step both feet back to plank. Lower down for the transition of your choice. We'll meet in down dog. Feet together. Inhale the right foot up. Bend the right knee as you come forward into plank. Either place your right foot by your right thumb or grab a hold of the knee and pull that right foot forward. Drop the left heel. Bring your hands to your hips as you inhale, come up. So we're coming into warrior one. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, both arms up. Plug the shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Breathing here. So both of the hip points are pointing straight ahead. So if there were headlights on them, they'd be pointing straight in front of you. You don't want one going straight and one off to the left. So pull that right hip back, left hip forward, arms up, hands up. Look down at your right foot, frame it. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Transition or go right to down dog. Feet together. Inhale, left foot up. Come forward into plank. Set that left foot down by that left thumb. Drop the right heel. Hands to the hips to help you square them. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, both arms up. Pull the belly button in towards the spine for warrior one. Look down at that left foot, frame it, step the left foot back to meet the right, flow or meet in down dog. Couple of breaths here. In Ashtanga Yoga, it's 5 breaths. Bottom of the exhale, tiptoe your feet up to your hands, heel toe them together, brush the floor, coming into your chair pose. Inhale, hands to the sides. Heel toe the feet apart so that you're back with your feet or hips distance apart. Inhale, look up and reach way up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale for half lift. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Transition or go right to down dog. Breathing here. So your feet should be hip distance apart. Inhale the right foot up. Reach out through the right heel. Press down into that left heel. Feel the stretch in the back of that left leg. And then bend the right knee. Come forward into plank. Set that right foot down. So we're coming into crescent lunge this time. Inhale the shoulders up over the hips. Same thing here. Right hip pulls back, left hip forward. Check your alignment, shoulders over the hips by releasing the hands. Nice strong left thigh. Inhale the arms up. Breathe here. Plug the shoulders into the shoulder socket. If you want to practice your balance, hands together, gaze up between your palms. Keep pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Bring your hands and goalpost arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind your back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then bring the arms together in front of you and squeeze the arms together in front of you. Then maybe take the left arm under the right, coming into eagle arms. And then inhale, lift those elbows up towards the ceiling. Challenging my balance, at least. And then exhale, bring your eagle elbows inside your right leg, releasing. And then inhale, come up, release, frame that right foot, step back into plank or down dog, your choice. We'll all meet in down dog. Breathe here. Feet hips distance apart again. Inhale that left foot up, reach out through the left heel, press down into that right heel. Bend the left knee, come forward into plank, set that left foot down, rise up into your crescent lunge legs, right hip forward, left hip back, firm right thigh, inhale the arms up. Pull the belly button in towards the spine, bring the palms together, gaze up for balance practice. Notice differences on each side of your body. Bring the arms and goalpost arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you. Bring the forearms and hands together in front. And then thread the right arm under the left, coming into eagle arms. Lift the elbows up, lift the hands away from the face, coming into a bit of a back bend. And then exhale, bring the eagle arms inside that left knee, releasing. Release the hands, frame that left foot, step that left foot back to meet the right, and plank. Press the hips up and back, down dog. Breathe. Look between the thumb, tiptoe feet all the way up to meet the hands. Fold into the legs, heel toe the feet apart so that your pinky toes are hanging off your mat. And just let your arms be heavy, head be heavy. Just shaking the arms to the right and left. And then begin to straighten one leg as the arms move in the opposite direction. Bringing some movement into your hips. Some opening. Release your hands, heel toe your feet back together, or back to hips distance apart, sorry. And then inhale, rise to standing, hands together, hands to heart center. Find your mountain pose. Lift all 10 toes, spread them apart as far as you can, lower them down, belly button to spine. Lengthen the back of that cervical spine. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight to your left foot. Begin to lift your right knee. Breathe here. Whoa, find your balance. Grab the inside of the right ankle, moving into your tree pose. Eventually, inhale the arms up. Find something to look at that doesn't wiggle. Breathing here. Hands together, hands to heart center. Bring that right knee straight out in front. Maybe grab the right ankle behind you. Lift the left arm up. Squeeze your knees towards one another as you kick that right foot away. Release that right leg, shake it out, coming back into your mountain pose. Lift all 10 of those toes again, spread them apart, set them down. Shift your weight into your right foot, begin to lift the left knee, really pull that left knee up towards the chest. Eventually, grab the inside of the left ankle, moving into your tree pose, finding your dristi, your focal spot, growing your branches, pressing the right leg into the left foot, as well as the left foot into the right leg. Bringing your hands to heart center. Ooh, left knee out in front. Bend the left knee. Grab the ankle. Squeeze the knees together. Lift the right hand. Kick that left ankle away. Feel the quad stretch. Releasing, shaking it out. Coming back to the top of your mat, back to your mountain pose. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hopper step back to plank. Transition or meet in down dog. Inhale the right foot up. Press down into that left heel. Feeling the stretch again in the back of that leg. Bend the right knee. Come forward and set that right foot down by the right thumb. Drop the left heel. Warrior two on the right side. Look out over the right middle finger. Can you see your big toe and the toe next to it? Bring your shoulders way up to your ears. Release them down. Breathe here. Think about activating those gluteus minimus and medius muscles. Those help to open the hips. Your hips have to be open here. Breathe. Flip the palm. Reverse the warrior. And if you can reach around and grab the inside of your right thigh with your left hand, great. If you can't, hold on to your shirt, pant leg, whatever you can grab. But don't let that right leg straighten. Maybe sink even a little bit lower. Reach a little bit towards the back of your mat, a little bit more. And then keeping a hold of the shirt, pant leg, whatever you have, bring that right elbow towards that left knee. And then pull that left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. And then bring your head slightly back. So think about aligning your head with your spine. And then releasing that left arm, bringing that left bicep by the ear, and then look at your fingers. And if you want a challenge, you bring your right arm up too, like you're holding a beach ball. And then inhale, come up with your beach ball. Straighten out your right foot. So both feet are parallel with the ends of your mat. Bring the shoulders into the shoulder socket. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Coming into your inversion. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and let your arms fall up overhead for a shoulder opener. And think about unweighting your heels, so shifting the weight towards the balls of your feet. Release your hands and bring your hands under the shoulders. Inhale, come up halfway. Bend the right knee, look to your left, come on to the left heel. Inhale to center, drop the left foot, pivot on the right heel, drop your hips, look to the right. Inhale to center, right toes come to the mat, pivot on the ball or the heel of the left foot, drop your hips, look to the left foot. Inhale to center, pivot on the right heel, bend the left knee, look to the right. This is called Skandasana. So just moving with your breath. This is a hip opener. The next time you come to the left, you're going to walk your hands over to the left. Windmill your arms, move into your warrior two. Check your alignment, shoulders over the hips. Those gluteus medius and minimus are helping to open up those hips. Look down, make sure you can see the two first toes, and then extend the arms, look out over that left middle finger. Flip that palm, reverse that warrior, maybe reach around, grab the inside of the thigh, the shirt, the pant leg, whatever you can get. Breathe here, sink a little lower. And then bend the left elbow, bring the elbow towards the knee, pull the right shoulder back, pull your head back so that you're in alignment from your spine. So your head's not all funny, your neck's not all funny. So your head is sort of between your shoulders, and then extend that right arm up and over and look out at your right fingertips. And if you tried it on the other side, you can hold that beach ball. And inhale, come up holding your beach ball. Straighten out that left foot. Bring your hands back to your hips. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. I'm going to turn around. Bring your hands to the inside of your knees so that you find a spot for your thumbs, fingers on the outside. Straighten the left arm, look to the right. Straighten the right arm and look to the left. This is a hip opener. Inhale to center, exhale as you twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. So moving with your breath. Coming back to center, straightening up. Send the heels back out so that your feet are parallel with the edges of your mat. Reach out through both wrist creases. So you're in 5-pointed star. Pull the belly button into the spine. Really reach out through those wrist creases and pull those fingers back towards your shoulders so that you feel like somebody's pulling on your arms. Hands to your hips. Heel toe those feet in a couple times. Bend your knees. Come down into your squat. Press your knees into your elbows. Elbows into your knees. Tuck your chin. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Breathe here. Now, if crow is something that you can do, you can go for that, or you can join me because I don't have my wrist guard on, and come onto your back. So we're going to do crow on our back. So come to your back. Bring your feet up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands up towards the ceiling, like your hands are pressing into the ceiling. Bring your big toes together. Bend your knees and externally rotate your hips. So you're gonna have to pull your belly button into your spine and bring your knees towards your triceps. Bring your heels towards your butt. Press into the ceiling with your hands. This is crow. Keep pressing the knees into the triceps and keep bringing the heels towards the butt. I'm shaking, I'm working hard in order to coil this much and get those knees into the triceps. It takes core strength, and it's core strength that bring you up into crow. A few more breaths here, and then release everything down for Shavasana for a moment, and breathe. Place your hands on your belly and inhale. Fill the belly and exhale. Breathe deeply. And then one more crow, just for fun. Feet up, hands up, big toes together. Bend the knees and the hips externally rotate. Bring the heels towards the butt, knees towards the tricep. Press, 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 press. Breathe. It's hard to breathe, but try to breathe through it. And there's no worry about smashing your face here because you're on your back. Release everything down. Hands on the belly, inhaling deeply. And exhaling fully. And then release the hands down to the sides, palms facing down. Drag your heels up towards your hips. Toes pointed straight ahead, fingers pointing in the same direction. And then press the shoulders down into the mat. So really try that first. So opening the front part of the chest, opening the collarbones, and then press into your feet and lift your hips. Keep pressing those shoulders into your mat. Press the feet into the mat and think about lengthening from your collarbones to your knees. So sort of reaching those knees away. Now nothing should move. Just a feeling of length in the front side of the body. Lower down. Windshield wiper the knees gently, right and left and right. We're going to move to our next bridge pose. Press into your feet. Inhale, press the shoulders into the mat, lift even higher. Maybe interlace the hands under your derriere. Penguin the shoulders under. So bring the shoulder blades to touch behind the spine. Press the forearms and hands down into the mat. Chin and chest are very close. Lengthen from the collarbones all the way to the knees. Think about me pressing and pulling your knees towards the front of your mat. With a hazmat suit, gloves, and a mask and a shield on, of course. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, roll down. Releasing the shoulders, windshield wipering the knees. Now, if you know what wheel is another back bend. You can come into wheel, or we'll move into our third bridge. Press into the mat with the feet, press into the mat with the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hips, interlace the hands, penguin the shoulders under. Inhale, lift the hips even higher. Maybe come on the toes and walk the toes closer to the hands. Press the shoulders into the mat. Chest and chin are very close. And think about reaching those knees towards the front of your mat. Inhale, release. Exhale, roll down. Heel toe your feet apart towards the edge of your mat. Drop your knees to the right. Inhale your knees back to center. Drop your knees to the left. So just windshield wipering the knees. Also internal and external rotation of your hips. Coming back to center. Take your right ankle over your left knee. Leave your hands down by your sides, palms facing up. Press your shoulders into the mat. Press your left foot into your mat. Lift your hips and do everything you can to just let that right knee be heavy. So what I'm going for is a stretch in the right hip flexor. So some sensation in front of that right groin. Lower down. Inhale, pull that right shin towards your chest. Interlace your hands behind the left knee. Straighten the left leg. Pull the right shin towards your chest as you press your right elbow into your right thigh to press that right knee away. Releasing, switching sides, right foot to the floor, left ankle crosses over, hands down on the floor, press into the mat, lift the hips, let that left knee just be heavy. Try to let that left knee just drape down towards the floor, feel an opening in the left hip flexor area. Lower the hips. Inhale, pull that left thigh towards the chest. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Press your left elbow into that left knee as you straighten the right leg and pull that left shin towards your chest. Lower the legs, both feet to the floor, gentle windshield wipering. Bring both feet up. Left foot or left hand grabs the right foot, right hand grabs the left foot. See if you can line up your knees, bring your heels towards your butt, and then try to bring your knees up towards the ceiling. So this is the legs that you would use for Gomukhasana, which is not an easy pose to do. So find where you can get those knees, so your knees and your legs are perpendicular to your mat, or as close as you can get. So your right leg is probably on top. You're going to switch legs so that your left leg is on top. Now, for me, this side is easier. The other side, I couldn't even come close to getting my knees towards the ceiling. Release both legs. Straighten them out. Maybe just windshield wiper the feet slightly. Reach out through the left heel. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Give it a big hug. But keep that left leg working. Keep reaching through that left heel. Keep trying to press the back of that left knee down towards the floor. Keep pulling that right shoulder, right knee in towards the right shoulder. And then straighten the right leg. Grab a hold of it somewhere. Could be the thigh, could be the knee, could be the ankle, wherever you can grab. And keeping that left leg working, pull your right toes towards your nose. The next time you inhale, lift your head, lift your shoulder, bring your nose towards your knee and knee towards your nose, but keep working that left leg. Lower your shoulders back down onto the mat. Grab your big toe with your yoga peace fingers at the outside edge of that right foot with your hand, left hand down on your left hip. Bend the knee, pull the right knee down towards the floor. So half happy baby. Release the right leg to meet the left. Windshield wiper the feet. Reach out through the right leg. Pull that left knee in towards the chest. Keep trying to press that right knee down towards the floor. Keep pulling that left knee in towards the left shoulder. Straighten the left leg. Grab a hold of it somewhere. Pull the toes towards your nose, but keep that work going on with that right leg. Keep pressing that right knee down towards the mat, reaching up through the right heel. Next inhale, bring your knee towards your nose and nose towards your knee. Keep working that right leg. Lowering the shoulders and head to the mat. Either grab the outside edge of the left foot with the left hand or the big toe. Press that left knee down towards the mat on the left side of your body. Half happy baby. Release that left leg. Windshield wiper the feet. Notice how your legs feel. And then let's go into a whole happy baby. Bring both knees towards the chest. Grab the big toes or grab the outside blades. Press the knees down. So first you might notice your low back, your lumbar spine on the mat. See if you can roll onto your sacrum to lift that L spine a little bit and notice how that changes the stretch. It's not as easy, more intense in the hips. Releasing the feet to the floor, mats, pinky toes on the edge of the mat. Drop your knees to the right. Maybe place your right ankle on your left knee. Look out over your left shoulder. And then inhale, those knees back up. Drop the knees to the left. Left ankle maybe on top of the right knee. Look out over the right shoulder. And then inhale, release. Bring your knees to your nose and nose to your knees. Giving yourself a big hug. I'm going to turn off the recording, but give yourself at least 5 minutes of peace in your Shavasana, just closing out the rest of the world. You have, 22 hours and 55 minutes where the rest of the world can chatter at you. So just take that 5 minutes for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Deborah.
Namaste.
Namaste.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Deborah. I've missed you.
Oh, I've missed everyone. I can't wait to get back. See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye, Carol.